2 whiskeys, check. Squeaky chair, check. Okay, let's go. Whiskey lovers, it's Luke. Another comparison here. Today's whiskeys, a Macallan 12, which came with a Macallan 18 sample. So I thought I may as well compare the two, see what it's like. So let me pour these out and I'll show you a cute little bottle of Macallan 18. It's actually got a cork. Gotta get every drop out of there. Okay. So a lot of the times Macallan seems to be the Macallans that I see, they're packaged with a sample of Macallan 18, trying to get people to buy up to the fancier one. Seems so. Here's this little bottle, Macallan 18. This is bottled at 43%. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. 18 years old. Macallan does not add color, and I still don't know if they chill filter. I would guess that they do, but still no official information on that. Just in case you wanted to see the bottle, this is actually, I mean, it looks just like the Macallan 12 bottles, boxes, sorry. Pretty standard box, not much going on there. And then Macallan 12, showed this before, done a couple videos with Macallan 12, I believe. Another 43% alcohol whiskey, should be 46 in my opinion, but Macallan is low on stock, as you've seen with my Macallan Gold versus Macallan 12 comparison. So they gotta keep that bottle a lower percent so your whiskey goes a longer way. Let's start with the Macallan 12 here. Color, amber plus 3, and nose. So it's a Macallan is matured exclusively in sherry casks, so it's a very sherry-rich whiskey. Lots of dried fruit, rich sweetness, raisins. Although I'm getting a little bit of like a match smell here. It's not unpleasant. So sulfur, right, is something that you get with sherry matured whiskeys in a lot of cases. I'm not that bothered by it, actually. I think that I've never tasted a whiskey that had a match smell that was unpleasant. I enjoy noticing that. So the alcohol is pretty well balanced. Just a teensy, if you really get your nose in there, it's a little bit hot, but not that bad at all. Not spicy, cloves, cinnamon. There's kind of a winey grapiness, like a red grape smell. And sherry is kind of, I mean, it's a fortified wine, so it does have a wine kind of style to it, I guess. Now, I noted some saltiness, but I'm not getting that right now. Macallan is an interesting whiskey in that sometimes I just do not enjoy it at all, and sometimes I do. So hopefully tonight will be a night where I do enjoy it. Let's see. Have a taste. Yeah, I think it's a good night. Kind of a dark, like orange syrup taste. Rich. Sherry, of course. Pretty rich sherry, the Macallan. I mean, it's like, it basically, I think I've said this before, Macallan is basically like extreme, well done sherry whiskey. Although their stock is running a little low lately, so the quality is dropping a bit, but still quite good. Get a little bit of like a melon also. The finish on Macallan has the thing that you'll notice is that it's got a little bit of a bitterness, and I think that's coming from the sherry. If you go and taste the sherry, they are kind of bitter, just by the way they're created. They're oxidized, and that's what gives it the darker color. And so it almost comes across like an aged cheese, in my opinion. It's got that like bitterness. All right, so Macallan 18. Yeah, this is like amber plus 4. So amber plus 3, amber plus 4. So you can see, pretty hard to tell on camera, but the Macallan 18 is darker. They're about the same amount of redness, but yeah, a little bit darker on the 18. A little bit more spices actually on the 18. Not getting as much of that sulfur, that match smell. They're bottled both at the same alcohol level. The 18 is a little less hot. Almost, I mean, it doesn't really, not getting a whole lot of alcohol. It's just kind of the alcohol's there to bring the smells to my nose, essentially. So it's very rich sherry nose. In comparison, it smells more brown, if that makes any sense. More brown sugar. I'm trying to think of a fruit comparison, but it's not really coming to me. Maybe if you took, like, if this was like an orange, and then this was like an orange with maple syrup added, or something like that. So what else is in here? It's a bit appley. I mean, the Macallan 12, it's kind of similar in that respect. Cocoa, good bit of vanilla. The oranginess, the rich orange, like heavy orange that I get in the Macallan 12 is in the Macallan 18. Let me have a taste. So the alcohol is much less intense on the Macallan. Getting more cocoa, like dry cocoa. The finish is about the same. I would have expected more. They should bottle this at 46%. That would really help, I think. Creamy. Not as bitter as the Macallan 12 on the finish. Let's add a little water. I'm having a hard time justifying the price difference with these two. The Macallan 12 is, I don't know, it's like a $50 bottle, $60 bottle in some places. Whereas the Macallan 18 is up to $150 now, I think, or $120, something like that. It's a lot. There's definitely more to the 18. Could be that I'm just too inexperienced to notice how much better the 18 is. It's good, but I'm pretty satisfied. When I want a sherried whiskey, I'm satisfied with the Macallan. I'm not as much of a sherry lover, I suppose, as I'm not an extreme sherry lover, so maybe that makes a difference. Yeah, the 12 is great. Just have a little water here so I can compare, at least somewhat equally. So, a little bit more woodiness, The alcohol is a lot more balanced out in the 18. I don't mind the alcohol in whiskeys. I mean, it's a distilled spirit. You should expect that. If you don't enjoy it, I don't know. Maybe try sherry or wine. Let me see. What else did I write down about the 18? So I tasted like a little bit of this bottle before I started this video. So let's see. Surprised by how well the alcohol has been smoothed out. Basically, let's see. Great tasting, a bit one-dimensional. Like the 12, it's awesome sherry, but there just isn't a whole lot beyond that, in my opinion. So in comparing the two here, 12 and 18, the 12 is good. The 18 is a bit better. I have a hard time believing that the 25 is going to be worth however much more. I mean, it's like what is that, like a $300 bottle of whiskey? I have a hard time believing that that's going to be that much better than the 18, just based on how the difference here, which is relatively marginal. But that being said, it's basically just a richer, mellower Macallan 12. Mellow, I mean, with respect to alcohol. Good though. Okay, I guess that'll be that. I could ramble more, but I'll leave it there. So Macallan 12 versus Macallan 18, both good. Hard time believing that the 18 is really worth 3 times the price, but it is good. So something to be said for that. I'll stick with my Macallan 12 though. Catch you later.